I'm going to try and do this video with my phone instead of the GoPro. Excuse the dog's barking. So listen, I'm going to put a couple ham radios in my car, my wife's car. I've got regular ham antennas. You know, the best are the ones that you got to drill. You got to drill a hole through the roof, the trunk, whatever. Then you've got like magnet mounts, which can scratch. Then you got trunklet mounts, which kind of scratch. And then you got the issue with if you don't have a thin enough coax, it can pull water into your trunk. So like on a trunklet mount, they've got ones that you've got a real thin wire and then it goes into this larger wire. And those are the best. They work pretty good. But this right here is a glass mount antenna. Now, I've used these glass mount antennas, my first cellular mobile phone, and it worked just fine. Worked great, as a matter of fact. I've used this before on my wife's car. Matter of fact, this part, the other half, is still mounted there. I want to show you how to hook these things up. If you do it right, there's nothing wrong with them. They are a little bit of a compromise because you're inductively coupling from inside to outside. But if you do it right, it works pretty good. They say that they handle 50 watts. I would definitely not go over 50 watts. We only ran 25 watts. But in this case, we'll probably hit it with 50 every once in a while, not constantly. But okay, so I want to show you that when you mount the stuff, don't be stupid. You know, it's not gonna. If you got like, if you're gonna put it in the back window and you've got a rear defogger, you got those wires through. You can't use this. Okay, it's got to be clear glass. I'm going on the side window. That little window on the side of her SUV. I'll show you here in a minute. But I'm gonna mount there. You got to be like an inch or two away from. This is an inch and a half from any of the edges of the glass where it goes to the metal of the car. Also, this is gonna go on the inside. So this goes on the inside, right? And then you got the glass, and then this goes on the outside. You've also got this thing here that mounts on, right? So you see how it extends. Usually most people flip it this way, so you've got a little bit of space savings, right? So make sure that when you put it inside, you've got enough room for this counterpoise. All right. So you're gonna kind of size everything up before you do it. So the way I got it, it goes in there, it goes fine. I have it twisted like that. Yeah, just works just fine. Then you've got this, make sure it's vertical. And you're gonna get an alcohol wipe that you gotta make sure, you know, the glass is clean before you stick this thing on. So that's about it. It's pretty simple, pretty quick, pretty easy. And if you do it right, they seem to work just fine. I'm going to put this on her car, and then I'm going to do a comparison between this and a regular mobile antenna, dual band antenna with a magnet. And I'll get some signal reports and compare the two. But I think you'll find the signals are going to be pretty close. I might have a 3 dB loss on this. I don't know. We'll find out. It's around here, yeah, you're gonna kind of want all the power, and it would be best if I drilled a hole through her roof. But you know, she goes into a parking garage and everything. She's gonna be bitching about it. So this one here, she can unscrew. She can reach up and unscrew this right here from the mount. She's got to go through a car wash or whatever. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I'll show you how this goes. Now I had a radio in her car once before, so again, this part is already there. Nice, the radio mounts in the trunk, and just the head will be mounted in the front. So yeah, so this is the Tram model 1191. These things were really cheap for a while. You could have got these things, I remember, for like 15 bucks at a Hamfest. Then they went up to 20. I think it was like 30 bucks now. $29 for this antenna, but still, that's pretty cheap considering this is everything, your mount, even, you know, your coax and everything ready to go. So yeah, let's go put this thing on. Okay, so there's the inside unit, and all I lost was this piece. If I still had this piece, or I knew where that was, I didn't have to buy another antenna because I have the whip and everything already. So yeah, let's go put this thing on and put the coax in and see how it comes out. So I had this in here before, it worked out just fine. So I got it kind of close to this side so that when I went this way, you see what I'm saying? I was able to reach. I didn't want the coax to come this way, I wanted the coax to go that way. But this way I can tuck it down and tuck it underneath things. So no big deal. I got plenty of coax and the radio is just going in the trunk. So yeah, so let me get this on here and I'll show you how that works. All right, I got it on there now. You can see it's on there pretty good. Tuck the wires down. I'm gonna hide these wires in a minute, but before I do that, I'm gonna mount the antenna on the outside, and that's the tuning screw. I'm thinking I might not have to adjust it at all. I clean the outside of the glass, and yeah, let's go mount the antenna. All right, most people are gonna be hooking up radio, SWR meter, the whole 9 yards. I happen to have an antenna analyzer. This is like one of the older style series, the MFJ. Yeah, but it works and does a lot of cool stuff too. But yeah, so I'm just gonna put this thing on the VHF frequency. See, turn it on. And if you have one of these MFJs, take the batteries out when you're not using it. Because you forget and then they corrode inside. There's so many of them that have, if you plan to buy one, have them show you the battery compartment, make sure that they don't. And it's a pain because you got to take the batteries out all the time. And it's the 2 little screws on the back. See, it's not so dumb. MFJ is like dumb but great. They're cheap too, so, but it works. So yeah, let me see what I got here. Let me plug it in. Alright, so I'm going down in frequency. I want to see how I am right around 146. See how the SWR is going down? Is the top of the band, right? Is the top of the band, so that's pretty good. 1.5. Let's go down to the bottom. Look at that. 146. Nice. Yeah, perfect. I'm fine with that. I don't have to do anything. Can you imagine that? I haven't used this thing in so long. And I put a different whip on there. And everything is great. Didn't have to tune it at all. So, yeah, easy breezy. Gotta route this wires back here. And see, this had a radio in here before. So, I happen to have, this is for the speaker. And this is for the head. I'm going to be in good shape. I'm going to put the radio down here with the... yeah, there we go. Alright, so this is how it looks when it's on the car. I got to tell you, center of the roof is the way to go, especially on VHF, UHF. Does this work? Yes. Can I hit local repeaters? Yes. But we wanted to hit a Raleigh repeater. It's kind of distance away. Maybe if it was off in that direction, but it was off in this direction, it didn't work all that great. I ended up buying a mount and putting another diamond antenna on here. So this is the antenna we're currently using. Is it better? Yeah. Is it a huge amount? No. When I tested this diamond antenna with a magnet mount in the dead center, it was much better than this little whip here. Okay, but when I put them in similar locations, it was only like about maybe 1.5 S units better, but that's a lot. So we're going this mount. It's still not ideal. It's still not up on the roof. If I went up on the roof, I got to run the coax down in here, you know, through the door jams, and I hate that. I think it looks hokey. I don't like the looks. I don't like the ergonomics of it. I don't want water coming in. Went this way. It's above the roof line most of the way. Not a great ground plane, but it works out okay. And she's pretty happy with it. So I'm going to do a video of this full install, and stay tuned for that. And I'm putting a radio in this car. Notice I got 2 mounts. This one will have HF. I'm going to put the Yaesu in here. This guy's got the Icon. So I'll do a video on both installations. So hit the like, subscribe so you don't miss it, and talk to you a little later. Thanks for watching. Bye.